I love the way she's shaping. Goo.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan, for those of you who don't know me. And today we are reviewing a singer that I don't typically listen to. In fact, prior to being recommended this video to review by one of my long-term students, Mish, I'd not listened to Spiritbox before. I'm so glad that Mish recommended that we have a listen to Courtney LaPlante. She is outstanding. I've really enjoyed doing a preview of this performance. If you're new to these videos with me, these review videos, reaction videos, I do listen to them before I then jump on and hit record, because I like to do an in-depth analysis of my reaction videos, and because we are an educational channel here at Voice Essentials, not just a, ooh, aren't they wonderful kind of response. So today we're going to be listening in to Courtney LaPlante singing Circle With Me. And in my little bit of research, I was interested to learn that the band Spiritbox had been nominated, unfortunately didn't win, but had been nominated for a Grammy this year, which is just, a real credit to them. And a real credit to Courtney's voice, and we're going to get to hear that right now. It's amazing. This is heavy metal. I'm really enjoying this. Let's dive in and let's have a listen to some of the very clever things that Courtney does with her voice during this one-take recording, acknowledging that, yes, this is one take. That in and of itself is quite extraordinary. We acknowledge that there will be quite a deal of, post-edit work that will have been done, but that does not take anything away from how fantastic this performance is. Let's dive in and have a listen.
Cut down the altar!
So I'll stop it even before we kind of get going. So we start off with that distorted, disturbed vocal sound, really balanced. What I love about this entire performance, and we see it from the get-go, is the buoyant body state that Courtney approaches the mic with. There is no sense of, really having that center of gravity lift high and bracing really across the shoulders and neck. There's a real sense of ease to which she's creating that distorted sound. And that is so important when you're approaching, heavier vocals like this. See how the movement is so good.
Deepest fake, dirty gold, the colors change. Hands are frozen, feel no pain. I just wanna hold the flame.
Oh, yeah. Given what we came out of at the very beginning, for those of us who are not familiar with Spiritbox or even with the genre of heavy metal for that matter, you might not expect to hear such a lovely, clean, ambient tone coming through, and then to hear the really free movement of the voice across her range. Have a listen to this last section. I want you to listen to how the voice just lightly moves up into a lovely little, it's just a momentary higher note, and she kind of just lets the voice float there. And she's able to do that because the voice is free, it's clean, it's healthy. Have a listen.
Feel no pain. I just wanna hold the flame. Feedback loop. I'm spinning out of control. The sickly sweetness is crushing me, but I wanna know if there's no heat when I escalate. The fire is cold. There go.
It's such clever arrangement, because what's about to happen is she cleans that breathy ambience out of the tone, which gives her another level, another layer of dynamic. And this is all in the arrangement that they've decided to do this. And so what it means is she's able to work at a really manageable level the entire piece because she's allowing dynamic shift to make that sort of feeling of the song building. The music, the orchestration, the backing is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here as well. We're getting a lot of that, heavy rock sound from the music. And so the voice doesn't have to do that work. The voice can be clean and easy and sustainable. Into the chorus. Let's just have a talk about her placement because it's stellar. And I want you to watch the way she is sitting the voice really consistently. We get to see it in part in the way she's using the mic. And working with a studio mic is different to working with a live, performance mic. But she is really sitting herself into this consistent zone and sitting the voice cleanly. So she's adding what I would refer to as twang. It cleans the sound up. Twang gives us a clear, focused resonance. It gives a boost between 2.8 to 3.2 kilohertz in the overtones, and so it allows the ear to lock into it, but it's actually really easy on the voice, and it's achieved through reduced air pressure. If a voice is developing twang with too much pressure, the voice will just load up, lock up, and it creates issues. But when twang is done well, it's got this really reduced air pressure. We see this and hear this continuing throughout this performance. Really low levels of pressure with a really consistent phonatory threshold flow. See how position just sits there. So good. And then she frees up, gives herself that opportunity to release tension. Awesome.
Nothing sacred, nothing lost when birds of prey.
And we're back down. But interestingly, so she's not quite gone back to the level of breathy ambience that we started with, in the sense that it hasn't, if we were to put a dB meter to this, it hasn't dropped back to the commencement, because the music is building and she is building with the voice, and so there's a little bit more weight of tone in there just to build it, but we do get the sense that it's dropped off from the chorus and we've got this layering going on. The arrangement, I love it. I love it.
Nothing sacred, nothing lost when birds of prey invade my thoughts. They promise
lovely.
won't feel the pain.
Have a listen to how well the voice goes. She sings through the phrase. She's not singing up to notes. The sign of a great singer is one who, sings across the stave. When we think about music, music is written left to right, not, north to south, up to down. You sing through the phrase, and as a result, the voice can really, sing with really evenness.
When birds of prey invade my thoughts, they promise
There.
I won't feel the pain.
You don't get a sense that she's singing up to it.
To hold the flame, negative feedback loop. I'm spinning out of control. The sickly sweetness is crushing me, but I wanna know if there's no heat when I escalate the
Have a listen to that. That didn't only, sing through the notes. She actually referenced upper register there. Really lovely and light.
This is crushing me, but I wanna know if there's no heat when I escalate. The fire is cold. There you go. This could all be yours. Feel the weight of the murder. It could all be yours if you wear the words of prayer. Traitor cut down the altar. It could all be yours. But just circle in the
I'm watching her shoulders because there was that moment where she did brace a little bit, but then she actively released because I got concerned there for a second. I thought, oh, okay, we're going to start bracing. Nope, she isn't. She did brace for a moment and then released. It was with an intake of air. We don't want to see that typically, but remember, this is a one-take performance. But she, the most important thing is she didn't then continue to, further brace. She released it. Have a watch of her shoulders and her sternocleidomastoids. They never start to over-activate. She's always able to just bring it back to this default ease and activity. I mean, you have to have, extrinsic muscular activity to sing, but it doesn't get to the point where it's over-activated. Have a watch.
there you go.
Her shoulders.
I'll be yours. Feel the weight of the murder.
There, just that was the moment where I got concerned.
If you wear the words
I didn't need to be, though.
Traitor cut down the altar. It could all be yours, but just circle in the flame.
Nice and free. She releases. Awesome.
I have the power of a dying sun.
I want you to listen to how she goes from it's almost, it's not called yodeling. It's because it's not yodeling, but she's yodeling, for the want of the better. I'm talking about the movement between clean to distorted. And the reason she's able to do that is because the flow is so consistent and the breath pressure is reduced. And so you get this easy movement. It's not easy to do, but ease of movement between the two. And she's able to activate, deactivate, activate, deactivate. Oh, this gal is skillful.
Could all be yours, but just circle in the flame.
Here we go.
I have the power of a dying sun. I climb the altar and I climb my places good. Circle with me.
I love the way she's shaping that really elongated sort of position. Typically in contemporary vocal, we are looking for more of an east to west position for our vowel shapes and whatever. But because of the manner of the vocal tract impedance that we need for distorted vocal, she's got a little bit more of a length in the mouth. Have a watch. And it's really, it allows her to maintain balance. And back into clean. Right. Oh, how clean and clear was that? Just that lift up into a nice, fuller sound, bigger note. if I were to be critical, and far be it from me to be of such an awesome performance, there's just that moment where she does throw her head back for the sound. I don't know that she needed to do that. I think she's so in the zone of the performance that the technique just finds itself taking a back seat for a second, because we haven't seen her do that throughout the rest of the performance. And that level of tension on distorted voice where we activate like that can create just a bit of tightness, which over time, in this particular instance, in this singular moment, not a big deal. But if that were to be the habit, if you're doing heavy metal vocal, for example, if that is your habit, you are going to cause yourself some wear and tear. But again, we're not really seeing that here. It's just a small point for your understanding. Here we go. Have a watch of that again. Better. Have a look at that one. See, that one, she didn't throw back. She actually held. She does know what she's doing. But none of us are perfect, right? You know, there are occasions where all of us who really treasure technique forget technique. But it came back again. Oh, I love it. I love it. Forgotten? That's better. Again. Yeah. North to south again. Thanks, Mish. I enjoyed that. For those of you who are not familiar with this kind of singing, you might be thinking, oh, that's really dangerous. It's no, it's not. Courtney has been doing this since she's a teenager. She's in her mid-30s now. I think this performance was done when she was in her early 30s. That is a healthy, clean, sustainable voice. It's in, from what I can gather from that performance, in really good nick. When you know what you're doing and you know how to do it in a healthy, sustainable manner, it sounds like that. It's great singing. Loved it. I said a couple of reviews ago that we're not going to do. This is kind of off the beaten track for me. Typically, when mostly doing rock, pop, country, some jazz and music theatre, sort of power ballad kind of. I'm enjoying these too much. Maybe we'll do some more heavier genres as we go along. If you've got any recommendations, you can always leave your comments in the comment section below, and because I do read them. And if you've enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. We do these analyses every week. Sometimes we even throw up 2 a week. So make sure you subscribe and hit the white bell icon so you don't miss a single one. I'll see you in the next Voice Essentials vocal analysis. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.